Well, you've got to think that was a chance of a goal here. Durant whips the ball in, McPherson flicks it on, lays it off nicely here for McCall. He looks to pick his spot here, but never get any power or never really trouble for Linden at all. But that was an opportunity.
Here come Rangers again. It's Durant looking for McCoist. Picked up by Van der Elst. Nisbet running into Van der Hayden, and the ball goes Rangers' way. And the crowd getting right behind Rangers now. Another throw-in conceded by Frankie Van der Elst. Well, Stuart McCall already in the thick of the action. He's been in terrific form recently. In fact, he's had a terrific season all round. So hopefully putting on some pressure. And the shot going in from John Brown. And again, it brings a huge roar from the Rangers fans.
Well, certainly the cross ball's beginning to trouble him now. Creva doesn't really know what to do with this header here. John Brown comes running onto it, and not a bad effort. Just slips past the left-hand post.
So 20 minutes gone. Rangers 0, Bruges 0. Here come Rangers again. It's Trevor Stephen, but he's well challenged by Rudy Cossey. It's a long one for Amakachi to chase. Goff's in there ahead of him. Gorham's clearance, not the best, but again, those conditions out there, not at all easy. Van der Elst flipping it forward. Amakachi gets the touch, but Gorham clears immediately. It's a long one aimed at Haitley. Haitley taking on Stallings. This is Murray to Durant. Murray again, digging in well. Getting away from Chassons. This is Brown. McCall plays it through to McCoist. Still McCoist. And the goalkeeper just keeping the ball in play. Well, another chance for Rangers.
And again the crowd respond. Yeah, well, it all started with Haitley, who's beginning to give Stallings a lot of trouble now. Nice little flick on here. Question marks about whether Ali McCoist was offside or not, but Verlinden comes out, blocks it. Ali tries to get it back across the goal, but fails to do so.
Well, there was certainly no flag from the linesman, so we'll put that down. There's a chance, another chance for Rangers. McPherson's header. Haitley climbs for it. Away by Van der Elst. And the offside flag is up against Amakachi as the ball was played through by Verheyen. Is it one goal in this competition so far, Daniel Amakachi? This is Goff for Rangers. So a poor ball given away to Mark Scassens. This is Van der Elst. There's no real support, but breaks up to Amakachi. The chance really on here for Verheyen, but he failed to get a hold of that one. Well, that's a real chance for Bruges. Rangers really putting themselves in trouble and almost paying the price.
Well, this was probably the best chance of the game. It all started with a terrific forward run with Van der Elst. Picks Verheyen out here, but snatches at that one.
The Rangers will have to be more positive in their clearances. So this is Peter Creva. I mentioned earlier that Bruges' goal came from one of his throws a couple of weeks ago, and this time McPherson gets his head to it. And that ball a couple of weeks ago breaking off Mikhailichenko, but I know Walter Smith blames the centre-backs more than Mikhailichenko for the loss of that goal because they failed to get it clear initially. Headed away by Brown, but there was a nudge on Brown, and Rangers have the free kick. John Brown playing in the left back role this evening, and always happy to turn out in any position for Rangers. This is Durant. Switched out to Nisbet. Stevens calling for it. So Trevor Stephen trying to get away from Borkelmans. Lifts it forward. This is McCall. And it's Frankie van der Elst calming things down, playing it through to Verheyen. This is Amakachi. They switch to out there to Scassens, but the offside flag goes up against Amakachi. Played through by Goff, looking for Haitley. Twice in there, so too is Haitley again. Still Haitley. Played through by Crevy, a mistake there by Goff and McPherson. This is Gert Verheyen. What a chance for Verheyen. Oh, the referee giving a goal kick. Andy Gorham was certainly well down there.
It looks as if Andy Gorham might have got a touch to this one. A little bit of a mistake initially by Richard Goff. That's two great chances Verheyen's had in the last 5 minutes. Certainly this Champions League format makes for open attacking football. Teams are prepared to come away from home and attack.
So another warning for Rangers. This is Nisbet. McCoist. He steps D still. Van der Heyden. Verheyen. Bricks to McCall. He's dropped off the ball by Van der Elst. The referee allowing play to flow again. This is Crevy. Well, Richard Goff certainly struggling a bit at the moment. Crevy switched over now to the left. And it was Goff who got it away to McCall. Well, Bruges starting to motor a bit now. This is Scassens. A stumble lets McPherson come across and send the ball out of play for the throw-in. These are difficult moments for the Rangers defence. And you just wonder how much Richard Goff is struggling here because of his various injuries. It's a difficult night, always going to be a difficult night for him to come back, but with rain still falling and a heavy pitch, he's already made a couple of slips. That's Borkelmans. They've got closed down by Van der Heyden. This is Goff. Looking for Haitley. No free kicks, says the referee. It was Stellens who made the challenge on Haitley. The ball comes off Brown for the throw-in. I must say the referee is doing everything he can to keep this an open game and not at all fussy, going only when absolutely necessary. Durant playing it across to Nisbet. Haitley beaten that time by Stellens. And in steps McCall. And shouted all the way by Van der Heyden. And then Rangers have the throw-in. This is Goff. McCoist. Losing it to Fossey. Scassens. No problem with that one. So still the rain falling here at Ibrox, and the weather factor has certainly played its part in this championship. But here's a chance for Ali McCoist. Well, Trevor Stephen sent it in, and McCoist sent it wide of target.
Yeah, it was a difficult chance, this one. I mean, it was a lovely little ball in from Trevor Stephen here, in behind Stellens. Ali McCoy's running onto it, stretching for it all the time. It's not an easy chance at all.
And again, in these conditions, I'm saying there that the weather's been such a factor. If you look back to the Marseille game here, also pouring rain and a heavy pitch, and the other two matches against CSKA Moscow and Bochum, and the match in Bruges played in freezing conditions. There's no flag here against Verheyen. Amakachi's got a bit of space, and that's well taken by Gorham. Well, Amakachi was running in behind Verheyen, but a couple of Rangers defenders closing in on him. I think that's why Verheyen decided to have a go. But yet another chance to Bruges. Well, there certainly have been chances for both sides in this first half. Just coming up for the half-hour mark, and still no scoring. It's Van der Elst. And they're putting Stellings under a bit of pressure. Now it's played to Kreve. Bruges showing that there's been no pushover. In fact, Peter Hausler's goal there a couple of weeks ago was the first they'd lost in the competition at home. That pass from Van der Elst just too much there.
Well, certainly Verheyen's making an impact in this game. He's had two great scoring opportunities there, and for me he took the wrong option there, firing that one in at Andy Gorham. Because Amakachi was left unmarked about 8 yards for goal, and he should have pulled the ball back for him. That was a real let-off for Rangers, and I've got to start consolidating a bit at the back. Rangers, they're getting drawn about all over the place.
This is Frankie Van der Elst playing it to Kreve. Played through for Amakachi, he's away again. McPherson's in there just ahead of him. A stumble by McPherson, but the free kick is awarded against Amakachi. And every time he moves forward, there's a bit of panic in the Rangers defence. A little stumble by McPherson. He's just about to play the ball back to his goalkeeper, and the referee gave the free kick. He could have an awful lot in it. So the offside flag is up now. Amakachi was first spotted playing in a European youth tournament, and he joined Bruges in 1991. He said that he may move on at the end of the season, so he'll obviously a few clubs interested. But here's Trevor Stephen. Long ball played through, but it was comfortably handled by Danny Verlinden. This is Amakachi getting away from Goff. Still Amakachi looking around for some support. This is Van der Heyden who packs a shot, and again it's taken by Gorham. It really is a good open game.
Well, I'm afraid this Bruges forward line are causing the Rangers defence all sorts of problems. Amakachi particularly with this tremendous pace that he's got. But it hasn't been a confident first half hour or so for Rangers defensively.
Rangers missing the pace of David Robertson, who had been the last ever present for the season. He played 48 games before being injured at the weekend. And I know Walter Smith had plans for him to come inside and look after Amakachi. This time he's caught offside. So it's Goff playing the high one. Hateley's in there. Too many Bruges players around him, and a little bit of nudging going on. Cossey and Hateley. And it's being calmed down by Stellings. McPherson off the back of his head. And McPherson distracted there by Verheyen. There's McCoy, he doesn't know where it is at all. That's McCall. Rangers will be looking to him to get them going. Trevor Stevens come inside looking for it. Exactly his kind of surface tonight. This is Durant to Nisbet. Get it through again for Durant. Borkelman's with him all the way, and the ball goes behind for the goal kick. Durant making his 6th European appearance tonight. The only game he missed was the one in Bruges.
He's been playing that little role, just feeding off the front two, Hateley and McCoy, but it's a bit of a quagmire in there, and he hasn't really been able to get going so far. It's a little bit untidy at the moment, but it's Brown sending it through to Gorham.
And both sides obviously will have to be extremely careful with the pass back tonight on such a surface. This is Verheyen going forward, and Goff happy to let the ball go behind for the goal kick to Rangers. Well, tonight is Rangers' 159th European tie. That includes 2 Super Cup ties, and their 32nd European campaign, their 14th in the Champions Cup, or Champions League as it is at present. This is Kreve, who's moved into the middle, and that's a free kick against Goff. So perhaps another testing moment coming up for Richard Goff and his teammates.
Kreve was certainly a player in the first half in Bruges that caused Rangers plenty of problems and disappeared in the second half, and hopefully he'll be doing something similar to now.
And the shot going in, and beyond Gorham's left-hand post. That's Mark Skassens.
Actually struck this one very well indeed. Fortunately for Andy Gorham, just a bit off the mark, but plenty of power in the shot.
So just under 10 minutes now till half-time. It's Rangers 0, Club Brugge 0. Crowd trying to lift the team. Rangers have had some chances, but you've really got to say that Bruges have had the better of them so far. They've made some excellent chances. It's Brown clipping it forward, and away by Verheyen, who seems to pop up everywhere. This is Murray to McCall. Well, the players all bunched in that area. That's a free kick to Rangers. And while one of the Bruges players will require some treatment, I think it's Skassens. Yeah, you can see him take the knock. They're very high booked by McCall, and Skassens will require some treatment.
This might be a good situation for Rangers to start taking advantage. Obviously there's a big aerial threat on the side with Hateley, McPherson and Richard Goff, and maybe this will be one of the best opportunities to score from these situations.
Well, it's obviously important that Rangers get a very good and positive result tonight. And of course, depending on what's happening down in Marseille, who tonight are playing CSKA Moscow. Rangers go there next month, of course. But it's been a fascinating group this so far, Group A. So it's Nisbet who plays it through, looking for McCoist. High one from Brown. And it's away from Hateley though. It's missed by Cossey. There by Borkelmans. This is Verheyen covering a lot of ground again. The challenge goes in from Nisbet. The switch of play now to Kreve. This is Distil, the sweeper. Verheyen. Borkelman. Cut out by Goff. Away by Nisbet. It's a poor clearance up. This is Verheyen. Well, slack play by Scott Nisbet. Teeing up the chance for Verheyen. So just 7 minutes of this first half left, still no scoring.
Yeah, it was a poor clearance there by Scott Nisbet, picked up with Verheyen, comes inside, tries a little bender with the right foot. No problem for Andy Gorham.
So a chance for Nisbet to atone. He hoists a high one in, looking for Hateley. Well, it bounces off McCoist and it's picked up by Van der Elst. The players certainly finding it difficult to control the ball in these conditions.
I think Rangers have been a little bit predictable in the first half. They seem to be knocking an awful lot of long balls in for Mark Hateley. It'd be nice to see if they could get some width, maybe push Trevor Steven a little bit further up. try get him going past the full backs and getting crosses in from wide areas.
So Gassens plays it forward, looking for Verheyen. It's maybe a bit early to be thinking of making any changes, but the only experienced man Rangers have on the bench tonight is Alexei Mikhailichenko. The others being Presley, McSwagan and Hagen. That's played through now. And Ian Durant scores! 39 minutes gone, and Ian Durant puts Rangers ahead. Well, that's just the tonic that Rangers needed.
Now this is pure class here from Trevor Steven. Terrific weighted passing. Great first touch by Ian Durant, and wham, in the back of the net. A great move. Terrific pass by Trevor Steven. Look at this. Perfect. Ian Durant times his run lovely. Great first touch and a great strike.
So the perfect boost for Rangers. It was Hitley to Steven to Durant. And that's Ian Durant's second European goal of the season. Rangers 1, Bruges 0. Well, a breathtaking pass from Trevor Steven. And that's the reason that Rangers brought him back here. And brilliant finishing by Ian Durant. It says there his first goal in the Champions League, but of course he did score in the earlier round when it was the Champions Cup against Lyngby. Here come Rangers again. This is Hitley. Well, almost finding McCoist, but it was Borkelmans who made the clearance. And Richard Gough mopping up, getting in ahead of Amakachi. Well, it was a difficult opening half hour for Richard Gough. But now Rangers in the lead, and the fans with plenty to sing about.
Well, certainly Walter Smith's tactics paying off here with Ian Durant, as we mentioned earlier, playing off the front too, and very good at making those runs into the box. And that was a perfect example. Great goal. There really was class written all over this goal. Now look at the first touch here by Durant, and look at the finish. Because by and large in the first half they haven't played particularly well, and they can consider themselves lucky not to have conceded a goal. So it was a great boost for them.
Well, it was actually Peter Kreve who was left to try and get the challenge in on Durant. The pass just splitting the defence. So just under 3 minutes of this first half left. And spotting play by John Brown, because one of the Bruges players had been injured. That's a poor kick out by Van Linden. Gough climbs above Amakachi. Gough seems to be growing in confidence as this match goes on. This is McCall to McCoist. The Rangers would love to go in and kill Bruges off before half-time. They struck twice in a minute on Saturday. Can they do it again? That's an upward one from John Brown. And it had Verlinden back on his heels.
I don't think quite what John Brown attempted here. He's obviously looking to whip in the cross. But it just slides over the crossbar.
Well, again, in these conditions, anything can happen. Well, just about a minute and a half of this first half left. And Rangers leading by 1-0. Ian Durant, the scorer. And that's a complete miscue. That lets Ali McCoist in. But the referee unhappy about something. He's showing the red card to Mark Hitley. Well, there's obviously been an off-the-ball incident. as I've always played through, and this is a huge blow to Rangers. Apart from losing Hateley tonight, they will now lose him from the game against Marseille.
Now, Jerry, I've just watched that incident, and I can assure you Stalings is making the most of this. There was a little clash in the centre of the park, as you'll see here. Look at me, grabs Hateley round by the neck here. They get up, Hateley pushes him away a little bit. Look at this here, just pushes him away. Now that's not a punch for me, he's pushing him out of the way. Stalings has collapsed and got Mark Hateley sent off.
Well, players are warned that they mustn't lift their hands, but that is a shattering blow for Rangers and could be a turning point, not just in this match but in the Champions League itself, because Hateley is now out of the match in Marseille. So, just when it all seemed to be going right for Rangers, we move into injury time. They're reduced to 10 men. So the whole mood within Ibrox Stadium has changed. So a long one played through now, looking for McCoist. And Walter Smith will have to do a bit of reshaping for the second half, but Rangers certainly don't want to lose anything here. Well, the crowd roaring now. Every incident that happens, but what a stunning blow for Rangers. As Gordon said, there wasn't a lot in it, but Hateley lifted his hand, and for some referees, especially in European competition, that marks the end, and the red card was pulled out immediately.
Yeah, but there's nothing worse than watching play acting from the Belgian defender as well, collapsing and hit with a ton of bricks.
And this is Nisbet. Getting in just ahead of Amakachi. They've now played over a minute of injury time in this first half. And even if Rangers go on to win this tonight, and it's going to be a very difficult night for them now. It really is a savage blow for them for the next match. And Ian Durant will have to watch himself. He's on a yellow card already. So there goes the half-time whistle. So Ian Durant it was who put Rangers ahead just before half-time, but then Mark Hateley sensationally sent off. A half-time score here at Ibrox. Rangers 1, Bruges 0.
Goalmouth scrambles and everything. It's been a great game to watch, really. I mean, it's been a typically British game rather than a European match.
Very much so. Davey, what about this man Amakachi now? His pace has caused problems to Rangers.
Yeah, he's been tremendous tonight. Bruges are playing on the break now. Rangers have most of the play and they're playing on the break, and his pace is absolutely tremendous. He's getting behind his Rangers defenders here and causing all sorts of problems. Had a chance here, nearly got through again. Dave McPherson's on the line to clear it, but he really is causing enormous problems to Rangers defence tonight.
Even in those heavy conditions too, Davey?
Yeah, this is it. I mean, the conditions aren't for sticking the ball about tonight. Really, the teams are going to have to get the ball forward and just rely on the pace of players like Amakachi to get behind the defence, but he's really causing a lot of problems tonight.
Terry, disappointment for Stuart McCauley. He was in a good position, nice feed from David McPherson.